Hello everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to the Road to Glory career mode here with Forest Green Rovers on FIFA 20. I hope you're all doing well. We're back today and we've got a quarter final of a cup. The Carabao Cup, I should say, not the FA Cup. I was about to say the FA Cup against West Ham to look forward to today. So that comes later on. But before that, Ipswich away in the league. Now, our league form has been very good. It's seen us up into first place. We're fighting a three-way battle with Portsmouth and Wigan at the moment for that. And that is how it's currently looking. Ipswich down in 7th will be a tricky away test for us to start the day. And then, as mentioned, we move forward into the Carabao Cup against West Ham United, the quarter-final. And we're playing with the new slider settings that we put in the previous episode. So that could be a very tough game for us indeed. But let's start then with the first game of the day. The team is selected. We'll run through it once we are into game. I'll show you very quickly as well the slider settings that we currently have active so that you can check those out. And I still could make some changes to them, up or down, whatever way we see fit. But for the moment, anyway, here they are. Shot error down to 35 on the CPU side. Pass error down to 25. Goalkeeper ability up to 60. Position marking, run frequency up to 65. And then finally, the first touch control error, which I'm actually going to lower down to 25 there. So that's the AI slider settings. I should have shown you ours. But here they are anyway, all 50, of course, as we would normally be. But let's jump off into game. There's the team, but we'll take a longer look at it once we are in game. So here it is again then, our starting 11. 4-3-3 as always. Mills, Jose Antonio, Rawson, Mitchell at the back, Adams, Lopez and Jones in midfield, Curtis, Guruzzetta and Saka as the front three. Ipswich with a 5 at the back for us to play against today. You know my feelings on 5 at the back. I've mentioned it before. Sometimes struggle, other times find it so easy. And hopefully it'll be the latter of the two in this particular occasion. Nice warm-up game for us as well to really sink our teeth into ahead of that cup game. Ipswich already in here with Jackson. Jose Antonio got to do some defending. Interesting choice to play it all the way back from Jackson, I have to say. Given the way that they actually got into our penalty area to then play it all the way back, that seemed a little bit ridiculous, but chose to do it, and we've just about defended. Can we actually get the ball under control? That's the question. Adams up to Guruzzetta, flicks it off to Jones, Jones to Saka, Saka to Lopez. Overplayed it. I wanted the pass through from Jones to actually go to Lopez first, not Saka. You can see there, that's where I wanted the pass to Lopez. Instead it went to Saka, and it was too late then. But very fast start here. Here is Norwood for Ipswich. Skips past Mitchell. Great ball in. Jose Antonio gets the first header, but it's back in the box. And Mitov is able to catch the shot that came in the end. Lopez dragged back, finds the pass towards Saka. Bukayo Saka now chops it back on the left foot. The shot is in. The keeper saved it. Lopez can't get the rebound. Curtis should recycle the play for us, though. Now Adams back towards Ronan Curtis. This is a good spell of possession here for us. Mills, can he find the ball in towards the box to Curtis? He can! Curtis straight at the keeper. Guruzetta's there. The tap in. The offside flag stays down. Ipswich 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. Guruzzetta profits from the save. He couldn't miss that. It fell right to his feet. Takes it under control. It seemed like time just stopped for him. He had so much of it. And the keeper can only watch it in the back of the net. But it's end to end here, and either side could have taken the lead. It's us who's got in front. But by the way the game's going, sense there might be more goals in this for both teams. Brilliant control by Lopez, and he sets Guruzzetta through. Guruzetta's in for number 2. Saved by the keeper. Saka might just reach it. It's an own goal. Vincent Young can't prevent it from going over the line. Saka was following it up though, so he really had a tough job there, did the fullback, in trying to clear it whilst under pressure from Bukayo Saka. It was either try or let Saka tap it home in the end, and there it is. Yeah, 2-0 Forest Green. Excellent work by Diego Lopez to get Guruzzetta through in the first place. And unfortunately for Vincent Young, he's had to go down on the score sheet as an own goal, but there wasn't much he could have done differently there. 2-0 Forest Green, and all of a sudden, we have control of the match. Lopez towards Saka. Ball roll gets Saka past his man. Look at that for football from Forest Green. Curtis is there to smash it home. That is outstanding from Forest Green Rovers. That is largely the reason why a lot of people have tipped us for back-to-back promotions. Because playing football like that is so good to watch. And that's with the slider settings the way they are as well. We have just ran that Ipswich team ragged as we come out for the second half. And Lopez could have taken on himself, but he selflessly lays it across to Curtis. 3-0. Game, set, and match. West Ham might be favourites going into that cup tie, but I tell you what, they're not going to have it easy. Winchester into the feet of Saka. Winchester's just come on, so he has fresh legs to try and make this even worse for Ipswich. But look at the work done here by Bukayo Saka. Pulls it back, and there was a vital touch in there from the Ipswich defender to take that away from Carl Winchester, who was waiting to put it home. And now Adams picks up the play, finds Lopez. Little bit of space for Diego Lopez, as he looked to place one in the top corner. Read well by the goalkeeper, but 20 minutes to play, and Ipswich, there's not even a chance really for them to get themselves back in this game because we are piling on the pressure. We just don't let up. It's incredible to watch, really is, from Forest Green. A side that you maybe wouldn't have expected to say that about, you know, at the beginning of this season. But just how good we are at putting pressure on teams, even when we're dominating a match like this, and we don't really need to. We're 3-0 up. We could sit off, but we just never let up. Here is Mitchell going forward from fullback. Now the ball towards the substitute Mondal, who's held onto it really well. Finds Winchester. What a touch that is by Carl Winchester. That is brilliant. The way he took that under control and just sort of worked his way through past the challenge. And then the finish as well to keep the composure. We might even have to make these sliders even harder. I think I'll leave it for now until we play the game against West Ham. And if it's, you know, a landslide towards West Ham, then I might leave it if we are still finding success. In fact, it looked like the Ipswich player got a touch on that. But yeah, back to the sliders. Might have to rethink them to make them even harder. But currently this is what I'm running, or something similar to on my main save. And I think we are doing pretty okay with the slider settings on the main save like this. The games are a lot more competitive. But here today, 4-0 over Ipswich. You add it to the last episode. There was a 5-1 in there against Portsmouth when we added sliders. So I tell you, this Forest Green team just have the quality right now. Injury time now for us as Saka is found well by Curtis. And look at that for a touch. Great challenge coming in from the Ipswich defender. And that is it. 4-0 the final score here. I spoke about it being a warm-up for that game. And we battered Ipswich. It wasn't even close. There was a few moments in the first half where we were put under a little bit of pressure, but we withstood that. And then coming out of that, we just showed them how to play football. The move for Curtis's goal where Lopez laid it across was just superb. And playing football like that, I said it, you know, we would be in the top division pretty soon if we can keep that up. But yeah, full time, what a win. And now we move on to the next game. It's in the league, then we have the West Ham game. So I got it wrong. I thought we had West Ham after this, but there is still another league game to go. Our next game is against Oxford in the league, but it is at home. So I think I might sim the game. I really want to get into that West Ham United fixture. So do I go ahead and sim the game? Why is it showing Suarez, Messi and Piqué? What's going on there? Look at the news article a second, guys. Next stop on Forest Green's, I was going to say, it showed the Barcelona kits a minute ago. That's much better. I don't know what on earth I was doing there for a second, because we ain't Barcelona. We might play like them, and we look like them when we were on the field of play, but we ain't Barcelona. So, Oxford United, I'm going to sim the game, and then that allows us to go straight into the West Ham game. They're 14th in League One, so this isn't a guaranteed win for us. What is the result going to be? 3-1 win. Lopez, Adams and Jose Antonio scoring after Henry gave them the lead. And he's the top scorer for them in the league this year. So only conceding one against him is pretty good. Now, this is the game we were waiting for. And while I'm at it, and I'm going to remember, I will take Lopez out of the training now because he is 80 rated. I saw a comment from one of you guys telling me to do that. And in his place, I'll decide on someone. I've gone with Guruzeta in his place then in the end. So they're the new players that will be getting trained. I say new. Lacerda and Mitchell have been in there for quite some time. Mitchell now 71 rated. Slightly concerning thing is that I'm not sure what our team is going to look like for this West Ham game. With that game coming a few days earlier, I'm not sure if Lopez will be fit for it, but he has to play, man. He's so important to this team. So I'll have a little look at the squad, and I'll see you for a second in that game once we are ready. And here we are then for the game. As you can see, that's the starting 11. Lopez is going to start the match. I'm not sure if he'll be able to play the full 90 minutes, plus potentially penalties. Does it go to extra time now we're in the quarterfinal? I know the later stages do, but I can't remember if it's now or in the semis. Anyways, CPU side, 35 shot error, pass error 25, 60 for the goalkeeper ability, 65 for the run frequency, and 25 for the first touch control. Again, should have showed you ours. I keep forgetting to do that. But all in all, this is going to be a test, and this will determine whether or not I need to change the sliders more, because if we get battered by West Ham, then no slider settings for me are fairly okay. It shows that we're not just going to be able to batter any team. And if you look at our starting 11, we actually do have one of the best teams in League One. So it's not really surprising we are top of the division. But away to the London Stadium, another Premier League ground to tick off the list so far that we will have visited. It is West Ham, and there's a spot in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup at stake. I mentioned the Bradford run, the Burton Albion run. Can we replicate those in getting to the semi-final? In Bradford's case, they went all the way to the final. West Ham's 11 on the screen there. Benitez in goal. Sakai captains the side at right back. Issa Diop, Gabriel Paulista, and Gollum. Is that how you say it at left back? I believe he's formerly of Napoli. It might be Gulam. But anyway, Felipe Anderson on the left wing, and I didn't get to see the rest of it. But it is a strong West Ham 11. Ours is there. Greenwood, I think, is the only... in fact, no, Lacerda as well. I was going to say Greenwood's the only change, but Lacerda wasn't in the first game of the day. It was Adams in his position, so he's back into the 11 alongside Mason Greenwood. Everybody else is as you were. West Ham will get us underway then, and it's them who are favourites. They've got RNGs alongside Pablo Fornals in the midfield. I'm not sure who's on this right wing, but we're now in, what, our second season is this? So their team looks to be pretty decent. They've kept all of Anderson, and he, as you might see in my Bournemouth save, is quality. So we have to try and stop him from having his say on the game. To let them have it here if it means they're going to give us the ball back like that. But then when they do, we need to be better with it, as that's a great challenge by Mills. Look at that for a bit of defending. Now he finds Mason Greenwood. Greenwood drags it back towards Mills. Have a look at this from our fullback. Mills! Oh, what a goal that would have been. I thought the keeper was going to come out, which is why I chipped it. He stayed on his line and we still nearly chipped him. That was sensational by Mills. Half-time in the game at the London Stadium. And as it stands, 0-0 the scoreline. We got through our last round on penalties, and if it's anything to go by, we might be heading there again. We've played some good football at times. Haven't quite found the last ball through, though. West Ham, it has to be said, have had a fair amount of possession, but have not broken us down either. It's been a scrappy first half, and it can only get better from here. Mitchell towards Greenwood. Now to Lopez. Diop's missed the tackle, and if you let Lopez in like that, there's only one place it's going. I have no words to what West Ham just did. It's a, well, hopeful pass, but Diop, what's he doing? You can't miss that, and Lopez doesn't miss those. I think Lopez was quite surprised, really, by the amount of time that he had in the penalty area. I'm stunned at the fact we've just scored that. It's as if West Ham have come back out second half and gone to sleep. Is exactly the way I'll describe that goal going in. Slider settings, I think, need adjusting again. I might do it here, you know. In fact, let me do it now. Let's add a bit more to it. So, let's make it a bit harder in terms of us having to defend. But again, shot error I'm going to keep the same because I don't want them having every shot going in. Pass error will move down to 20. Goalkeeper ability will pop up to 65. Run frequency, let's do that 70. And first touch control error down to 20 as well. I am stunned as to how that's gone in. West Ham need to wake up. That was a horrific start to the second half for them. RNG's back towards Rice. These two combine well. What will the response be by West Ham? Fornals towards Allah. Back to Fornals. Much better football this Rice. It's one-touch stuff from West Ham United. And Mitov has made the save. That is much more like it from West Ham's perspective. They move the ball around quickly. Got the shooting opportunity. Mitov met it with the stop. But that's a better sign from them. And now we're under a bit of pressure. Half an hour left or just over in the game. Corner ball to defend. Mitov's come off his line and has to get there and does. As Fornals wins the next one. The up goes all the way back though to Rice. Saka going to try and put a bit of pressure on here. But ultimately, I'm just going to let them have it and get back into shape to try and stop them from finding a chance. Sakai links with Fornals. Fornals turns, finds Rice. Rice now to RNG's. Lacerda's there to cut it out. And this has now allowed Lopez the chance to be able to do that. What is going on back there with West Ham United? Greenwood's in. 2-0 in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. Ultimate difficulty, slider settings turned on. What is going on to West Ham United? Or are we just simply put unstoppable? It's one or the other, because that is appalling defending from them. Lopez hardly had anything to do there to set Greenwood through, and when he does, Greenwood applies the finish. I don't know what to say to you guys watching this right now, because I'm trying to make this as hard as we possibly can. Do I just go all out with the sliders and just go full on? I mean, you saw the improvement when we added a little bit more to it with West Ham, but it has to be said, we are unplayable at times. Here is Sakai into the feet of Callillon. Gets it back as well. Mills is there to block the attempted cross. And there's more defending for us to do here with 20 minutes left, as West Ham need something to get themselves back in this game. Otherwise, they're heading out, and we are going through to the semi-final. Mitov out to punch that corner away, only as far as RNG's. What can he do with the ball now, though? Lopez going over to try and stop him from sending it in. Mills will help it up towards Lopez. Can't find Greenwood. Callillon now off towards Jack Wilshere, the substitute. He's just come on the field of play. Lopez keeps him company, but can't win the ball back. Rice towards Allah. Great turn! Sebastian Allah's got them a goal back. 15 to go. Lifeline West Ham United. I am going to make a change here. Ollie White's going to come on for Diego Lopez. I was keeping him on half because if we were to go to penalties, I wanted Lopez on to take one, but he's not quite fully fit, so I don't want to risk injury. And as Allah spins, Mitov's made a couple of saves. He can't make that one, and it's game back on for West Ham United, and they needed that massively. Just calm it down for us. That's all we've got to do. Well, I said calm it down, and immediately we're back under pressure. Callillon, Declan Rice is in. Rawson, you beast. What a challenge that is in your own penalty area. Rice, for sure, had to hit the shot and didn't. Greenwood, what a touch. What an incredible little touch that is. Gets him away from Diop. And with 7 minutes or so to go, there's not really plenty of bodies in the box here for Forest Green. So let's keep hold of possession and make sure we don't do anything stupid. Adams trying to find Greenwood, lost it. Winchester's trying to get it back, and he just about does it. Now Mills up towards the feet of Ollie White. Can't control it. It's all a bit scrappy at the moment now from Forest Green. Where's that quality gone that we were showcasing earlier? 2 minutes left. West Ham have to throw the kitchen sink at us. They have one last throw of the dice. Will they find a chance? Sakai in possession. He's going backwards, though. It's not what you want to see from West Ham. 3 minutes added time. Declan Rice. He's been pretty good as Rice, to be fair, in this game, as he's trying to make something down this right-hand side. Callillon back towards Sakai. Sakai to Felipe Anderson. Very quiet night from Felipe Anderson. Gets it back. Now Sebastian Allah. Rawson is the man trying to stop him. Rice, right-hand side. What's he doing? What is he doing? He's running straight out of play. I mean, I don't care. We're through to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Our astonishing run continues. But what is Declan Rice doing at the end? A lot of question marks over West Ham in that game. That's all I'll say. But you have to give us credit where it's due. When Lopez is on that pitch, we look incredible. And again tonight, we smashed it. However, West Ham did not perform. I wonder if there's a little bit of like handicap that goes on. Like, you remember when back in the day when people used to say bronze teams, if you played with them against a full gold team, you'd have like the upper edge. I wonder if it's the same thing when you're technically classed as the underdogs in this one. But what a performance from us. What a performance indeed. And the draw has been made for the semi-finals. And the teams left in it, there was one team I wanted to get. You'll have to wait and see who it's going to be, though, at the later stage of today. 2 more games coming your way, both post-com, and they are both in the league. One is in the league, and the other one is in the area semi-final of the leasing.com trophy. That against Bradford right here. But before that, you just saw it. We played Plymouth in the FA Cup, simmed the game, and got through. So another cup for us to look forward to. I can't imagine we'll get far in that one, but we'll just see what that brings. However, with this being the area semi-final, I decided that we probably should play it. There was a couple of changes to our team. Williams came in, Jones came in. That's Curtis Jones on loan from Liverpool to play in place of Lopez, and Williams was in place of Cruzetta, I want to say. But yeah, we had a couple of changes to the side, and also there was a new goalkeeper for us. Mitov stepped out, and a youth academy player, Cook, came in to man the goal for us. And we were in front in the game against Bradford. Curtis Jones with some excellent skill as he cut it back on the right foot before applying the finish. And the composure he showed as well was top quality, but the move itself was that you've become accustomed to at Forest Green. A drag back, which is so damn OP, into us finding the finish. But Cook didn't have a quiet debut. He had a fair bit to do in our goal, denying Bradford an equaliser there. However, with 19 minutes to play, they did get themselves a goal. And in fairness, it wasn't Cook's fault. He could do nothing about it. Defensively, I think I went to make a challenge halfway up the pitch. We didn't get the ball. Left us a little bit exposed. And Mills did actually really well trying to cut the pass line and also trying to not allow the player through to have the shot. But one pass we didn't particularly cut out was the one to Vaughan. And that's the one that mattered as they got themselves the equaliser. So, as it stood, 1-1. I wasn't sure if this would go to extra time or if it went straight to penalties like it does with the cup. So all I was thinking was we can't really have extra time, especially with the congestion of games that we've got coming up. But as we gave away a free kick there on the right-hand side, we would have taken extra time because we then were 2-1 down with pretty much the last kick of the game for Bradford. And I'm not going to sit here and blame Cook because he actually had a very good debut, although he was at fault for the goal. I mean, there was a lot we could have done to prevent this, especially defensively. 2 players there at the back post. Neither one won it for us. And so, with that being the last kick, that was how the game finished. Bradford 2, Forest Green Rovers 1. So congratulations to Bradford. They've gone through to the area final of the leasing.com trophy. Not really fussed at all, but it would have been nice to play in it. I just decided to play it because it was a semi-final, so that's the way it goes. Speaking of semi-finals, there's the draw. Manchester United in a double-leg fixture for us to look forward to. If you're not excited about that, I don't know what you're excited about for this series because that is going to be one heck of a contest for us. We go to their place, I think, first, and they come to our place second. I might have got it the wrong way around, but I don't even care. We get to go to Old Trafford, and we get to take on Manchester United twice. Not only once, twice in the Carabao Cup. So, yeah, that will come up. If not next episode, definitely the one after that. But to end off the day, then, we had Southend in League One. I decided to keep Cook in goal because he actually did impress me in that first game, albeit with that last chance for Bradford. And again, he was involved as he had to pull off the save to deny Southend the opener in the game. Lopez was back in the team at this point, and you knew full well what that meant. Lopez runs the show when he starts the game. His shot there was deflected. It could have gone anywhere. And then here, Guruzeta, no idea what he's doing. He turned around when he could have just hit the shot, and that's what then caused him to, like, miss the shot. He didn't really have a clue where the goal was at that point. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking turning around, but at this stage, 0-0, 52 minutes into it, it was looking like it could be quite a frustrating day for us. Step up Lopez, because he then does this. I mean, speak about buying a foul. There's not a lot of contact in this, if any. It's minimal. However, Lopez buys the penalty kick. The referee runs over, says definitely, and Lopez, who won it, would get to take it and go on to score it, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Forest Green had the lead. I mean, it's not great play, all right? I hold my hands up and say that. However, you got to win free kicks and penalties any way possible. I don't like it because there's minimal contact and he does go down very easy, but the referee bought it, so we'll take that. And as the game continued, we were looking for our second goal. And speak of goal of the season contender, had this have gone in, this would have been goal of the series contender from Mason Greenwood. The cross, and he kind of just jumps up. I mean, there's a bit of a high foot there, but what an effort from the young man. And if it had have gone in, I would have put that down as goal of the series, 100%. But full time, we held on at Forest Green 1, Southend 0. Lopez buying the penalty to win us the game. You love to see it, and we win again. So that brings us towards the end of today's episode, guys. A massive thank you for watching it. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, as well, a massive thank you for all of the support on the channel too. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below to follow me on the channel. League table there for you to look at, 21 games in. We've actually got 2 games in hand over Portsmouth with well down in third, so we're looking very good at the moment. So I think it's safe to say that we'll be up there come the end of the season. We'll be in that playoffs question and shout. So that's looking good for us. Manchester United to come. Those ties are played in January, which is the transfer window as well. There could be some incomings, some outgoings. I've not really decided what I want to do in terms of that. We've got a little bit of money to work with, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But until next time, have a great day, have a great evening, and I'll catch you all again very, very soon. Adios!